Okay, so as usual, we give you progress at 9:30. We're a little bit early today. It's 9:18. In any case, just a note to project managers. I want you to look at this video and ask yourself, how hard do you think a crew works for a boss who looks like this during the workday? You cannot get the type of production that we get from our crew. When the cat's away, the mice play. These guys are all professionals, but the project manager needs to be there to drive the project. Okay, today we have Nico, we have myself for the first half before shingles start going down, and we have Naeem all on the grounds crew. So prior to 9:30, you can see the front of the house is all but put back together. We just need to fold some tarps. You can see that a 15 cubic yard dumpster is all that's needed when you have pros that know how to ramp and load it. The entirety of the roof is in the back section. And other than the small debris, which just needs to be raked up, and this is new debris that's coming down as we're changing lumber, but you can see shingles in the back of the house are already cleaned up as well. Keep in mind this project started at 7 a.m. It is now about 22 minutes past 9. So again, just to give you one last look at progress on the roof, because we're roofers. Everyone that I bring, right, has some experience or specialty working with metal, and about 60% of our crew has a background in carpentry. And that's how we're able to get this accomplished as quickly as it gets accomplished. Almost the entirety of this front side had to be changed. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 boards. A 7th here for these 2 partials on the chimney. Now we don't have to worry about this area when we dress it and hit it with underlayments. Our deck is shored up. We had a few boards back here that are shown in the earlier pictures. And then of course the whole bottom here was just replaced, and some of the headboard as well, because we weren't able to tack into what was there. So we had to pull it out. You know, we had to change the 2x6 inch head lumber that the beams connect into as the front board. So at 20 minutes after 9, approximately 25 minutes after 9, underlayments are on the entire roof, except this front side, which had the majority of the carpentry. And as I showed you, you know, the house is almost entirely put back. Once we get these tarps folded up by 10 a.m., you know, from the ground, you wouldn't even be able to know we were here unless you happen to glance up and see 10 guys hammering shingles down. So we're well on our way, all systems on go. All the nightmares that we anticipated have already been addressed. Those problems no longer exist. And now we get to do what we really enjoy doing, which is installing the new material correctly to make sure that there are no problems again in the future. Look at the amount of ice and water lining these valleys, right? So that's not even something that was part of the specs, right? But we're gonna make sure that the entirety of the valleys, anywhere that was a water problem area, there was water coming in so many areas on this roof. In the back where we could see the lumber changed, we have to assume that that was just a terrible installation job, right? But when we install, we're certainly going to take or pay attention to those areas where we took notice of the fact that there was, you know, higher water traffic. So we're not going to have problems in any of those areas. You can see we're here today with 11 guys. Everybody knows their job. Everybody is in place doing what they're supposed to do. Our crew foreman, Lionel, is getting down our chute. So we have this pile of shingles that we're going to be getting up on the roof next. And very shortly, you're going to hear these shingles going down. And before you know it, we'll be cleaning up and wrapping up for the day. So that's progress at 9:18. And we'll check back with you when shingles are banging down.